Randall, can we have a sidebar?
And I'm gonna assume Engelbert's pulling on me, and I'm gonna be like, what's a sidebar? Effect.
Oh man,
Facts.
gentlemen, hello.
Yeah.
Welcome. So much to talk about today, so much to do, so little time. It's been a while. We've all been kind of busy.
Yeah. It's very work's been getting busy. Yes, 100%.
That's good. That's good though, right?
Yeah.
Sure.
It's so interesting. It's like I enjoy this free time and not making money, but then when the opportunity to make money is like, man, I really just wish I was sitting at my house. Like, no, that's terrible to say. It's like I actually just sit there and just like ponder and like, yeah, okay, you just got to do it. It's the job. That's all it is.
That was my struggle working at restaurants. I'm like, I want to go home early, but I also want to stay because I need money.
Yeah.
I could 100% tell you I'm probably, I don't know, my colleague will never hear this, but because I leave at like 4 to 4:30 like every day, or the days that I work, like I just don't care. It's like rarely everybody's gonna come in, but I can guarantee we probably missed out on a couple $1,000 just from the fact that I do that.
I mean, you did have a customer that showed up one time and you weren't there.
This is 100% true. 100% true.
AKA me.
Or like, there was one time, dude, it was funny. I was about to take off way early the other day. It was like dead. But all of a sudden this dude walks in, like 5 minutes before. Like I'm packing my laptop.
Yeah.
He walks in, I was like, I wasn't even gonna say you're lucky. I was like, oh hey. And then I waited like 10 minutes after he left. But
Did you buy anything?
No, it was an information day, but it's like the conversation. But like once the customer's there, I don't really care.
Sure.
Hey, I'm here. That being said, today's episode JARdon message brought to you by Dynamic Fitness Supply, your one-stop shop for retail fitness. You can find us in Santa Rosa, California, 1414 4th Street, Suite 102. Give us a buzz, 707-536-9077. Dynamic Fitness Supply, 10% off, JARdon the Mess. All right.
10% off just for mentioning JARdon the Mess. That's quite a deal.
Fuck, I'll go 15% off. You mentioned JARdon the Mess.
Damn. See what I did there for you, listener? You're welcome.
Yeah.
Now you have to go.
You have to
buy something.
You know what's wild? What's very popular right now is flooring. Flooring's expensive. Flooring's heavy, and we don't have enough of it.
Interesting.
What's flooring?
It's a good problem to have, like rubber flooring for gyms.
Oh,
like it's just like yeah. I just sold a bunch that we don't even have. I'm like, all right, well, we have an order in the works, so is it coming? Sure. I totally felt like my old boss. Get the money, figure it out later. Like, all right. But the lady helped me out. 1 to 2 weeks, sure. I'll take your $1,000 now. That's pretty much what it is. But it's
sorry. There's a delay in shipment.
It's the holidays. Yeah, whatever. Hey, but I will say, the more expensive stuff you buy, the more expensive flooring. There's generally quantities of it available. The cheaper stuff is like, yeah, wait.
Yeah.
I mean, enough of that. I don't fuck flooring. Fuck work right now. Let's get to a topic. I've been waiting.
I got a bunch here, but let's you pick one first.
I don't even.
Okay, this one I'm very, very, very intrigued on because I have absolutely no fucking clue what you were talking about. Unsolved mysteries at your house.
Oh. Okay.
What did you mean by this?
All right.
Was there that was murdered?
So all right. This is a combination. Like for whatever, I was sitting down, I was watching TV, and I thought about it years ago. Dalton, do you remember when Amy's drive-thru first opened up?
Yes.
Okay. There's context. Amy's drive-thru opens up. It's supposed to rival In-N-Out. Not really. That didn't really happen. No. So anyway, my brother and his husband Valdemar are living with me at the time. We all know how my brother is, very picky and whatever. Yeah, whatever. But he's like, I need to eat. I eat vegan half the time. I'm like, okay, that doesn't work. But anyway, he's gonna listen to this. He's like, Randall, fuck you. But anyway, so there was this time him and Baltimore went to Amy's like twice in 1 week, I think, and it was during times I was drinking a lot, but they got me a burger, right? I ate the burger, right? I ate the burger like I was like that night I'm drunk, I'm hungry. Oh, it's not that bad, okay. Like they get food like a couple days later, right? Then all of a sudden, I didn't touch it. It's their food, it's Amy's. Like, why would I go out of my way to buy Amy's, let alone just food that I didn't buy? Like, I'm not gonna do that. A burger goes missing. Randy, why'd you eat my burger? I'm like, I didn't touch it. You fucking ate it. No, I didn't. Looks following. He ate it. I'm like, no, I didn't. Like, I swear to God, like, this is what I'm saying. Like, unsolved, like, it was going around. There was no answer. Nobody was living out. I personally thought I think my brother ate it. But there's unsolved mystery, like, still to this day. If I bring it up, like, right now, I'm like, dude, you fucking ate the Amy's burger. I'm like, no, I fucking didn't. But it was just like one of those little things, like, and I mean, if you guys have anything like that, like nobody's gonna fess up to it. It's just like this unsolved mystery in your house, and the ladies watching unsolved mysteries again. So
interesting. Okay. I get this.
Yeah.
Well, for food, we have a joke in our house where if there's food that's left out, Chockamooney gets it. And Chockamooney is he's in everyone's house, and if you leave food out, Chockamooney's gonna get it. And you need to put your name on it, or Chockamooney's going to get it. So we'd be like, "Hey, where did those cookies go?" Oh, Chockamooney got them, I guess. So that's for food. But yeah, so when I moved into this place, for a second there, I was like, because I found out not the person that I had got this place from, but the person before it had passed away, I think, in the house. And so in my head, I was like, oh man, is my place haunted? Because for like the longest time when I first moved in, there were like things that were like, I thought were being moved. And I was like, did I move this? I don't think I remember moving this. And it was all like very like basic like cleanup stuff. Like I had left something out and it had been moved and put away. And I'm like, did I put that away? No, I didn't put that back in the drawer. I left it. It was like my coffee. I have like my coffee in like a little plastic container. And I have it right next to the coffee maker. So in the morning, the day before I grind it, the morning come in, just pour it because I don't want to have the grinder go off as best I can in the morning for my neighbors. So I'll do it in the afternoon, dump the capsule thing into my coffee, go. And then for like the first week here, it just it was being placed inside where I keep my coffee mugs. And I was like, am I doing this? I don't think I am. And like, it was like really tripping me out for the longest time. Cause I was like, it was all little things that were like trying to keep it clean. And if it was, then I think finally the ghost was like, this guy's a slob. And just like leaving the stuff out.
Somebody living inside the walls.
Yeah.
Dude, I've watched I've watched a lot of Ballin mysteries. This guy just tells stories extremely well, like very good storyteller. But the ones that get me are like, oh, something's moved in the house, something's here, and then all of a sudden, there was like a 40-year-old dude living in your ceiling. Like it's just like what? Like, oh, he's terrorizing your kids, but nobody believes him, and it's all true stories.
Yeah,
like it's just scary. Like it's freaky shit. But like unsolved mysteries. You got anyone, Dalton?
Pretty much the same as you. We have shit in our fridge that all of a sudden it's gone, but nobody ate it.
Nobody. It only happened when there was multiple people. If there's two people living there, I mean, obviously, unless there's somebody in the walls. But yeah, it happened more so with roommates. 100%. You come home, a beer's gone. I don't know where it went. I'm like, okay, well, I literally had a tall can in here. I wanted that. Now I gotta turn around and go buy a tall can.
We will. I'm pretty sure it's another cat outside because out our front door there's a fence and there's like the roof maybe a foot away from the fence, if that. And there's other little cats running around. Sometimes in the middle of the night we'll hear little footsteps up top and just like running through. I'm like 99% sure it's the cats outside, but
dude, so
it's funny. You'll just hear
outside. So we have a little harness for Bean, our smallest kitty. And so we're outside, and Tanya's like, man, yeah. And she's like, just on the side of the house. She's like, look, there's footprints going up and down that side of the house. And I looked, I was like, holy shit, there you can see them like actually climbing down the side of the house. I'm like, holy shit. I'm like, yeah, those are raccoons, man.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, those are 100% raccoons. Cats can't do that. Like, they can't just navigate their way down like that. They're falling or they're jumping. But I was like, yeah, that's probably what I heard. I'm wondering if that's what I heard at night.
Yeah.
Like on top of my chimney, I hear like I'm like, that would make more sense because when I start my fire, I'm like, there's birds in there, they're dead.
Yeah. Bye bye.
I mean, I tried shooting the hose up there, but didn't reach. So I was just gonna go with the
smoke them out.
Well, death if there's eggs. I mean, moving on.
Yeah, I got more, but I want to Bogart it if somebody else has something.
Well, I think most of them were for me anyway.
I got one.
No.
So yesterday I bought that little kit from Fundemonium, right?
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
And they have the other kill team, the Into the Dark set for like $210.
Yeah.
I found it on eBay for 130.
Yeah.
Game Shop Workshop has it for 168. Oh no, Amazon has it for 168. So my question is like, well, not much of a question, but
why is it so
like,
expensive?
Well, yeah, I mean, yeah, I get it. But like, when you want to support, like Randall said, support local businesses, but at the same time, I'm also cheap and I like deals.
I you know, so I don't think I would have ever said what I said if the price point was more than $25. If that makes sense. Like the second we get above a certain point, like there's just I can't support you.
Yeah.
Like I just can't. Like as much as I love Jake, the old guy from Jake's Hobbies, his prices are killer because he's been in the game for so long. He's basically
you sold that, right?
Oh, well, no.
Well, to Hunter, the dude, the Hunter and Bruce guy that already runs it.
So like, but they've been in the game for so long that they're basically like the eBay of RC cars in store version. That's pretty much it. Like you go because if you go across the Fundemonium, the price is like $40 higher. And there's a guy that literally worked there that works at Fundemonium. He's just like, I like working here more. And he was like, yeah, it's really just who's going to give you a better deal. Like they're giving him a deal because he's proven and he's there. Whereas Fundemonium's still relatively newer. You got like 5 years versus 25 years.
Yeah.
This guy looks like he's fine. So we're going to sell to you at a higher price, which is kind of wild to me. But I also know that card shops don't make that much money off of cards. Like, because back in the day, you could buy a box. Like, well, if they can sell packs individually, they make good money. But if they can't, then if you're just buying a box of cards, dude, it's just like the fucking deal.
Yeah.
So I don't even know how hobby shops stay in business.
Yeah.
I don't, because not a lot of people are walking in there. I'm sorry to hijack this, but one thing. When I was in my little Yu-Gi-Oh thing like 2 years ago, like I was like, I'll buy all my cards again, and I started to realize how fucking expensive they were.
Yeah.
One guy was like, I got this Jinzo tin that's worth like $500. Blah, blah, blah. I'm like, dude, it's worth it, but no one's gonna buy it.
It's only worth as much as someone's gonna pay.
That's what I'm saying, dude. So when people, that's why I think the Pokemon card thing is so stupid.
Yeah,
it's so dumb, bro. Like, yo, like this is $1 million. It's like, yeah, it's $1 million because your dumbass paid $1 million for it. It's worth like max like $30,000. Like that's my like anybody could send a card in and get it graded and just put a price tag on it.
Yeah.
It's just your dumbass went to the highest guy that's probably the most reputable and just bought it off of him.
Yeah,
right.
And just put a chain on it. It's just like, that's just a whole other rant. It's the same with shoes. Oh god,
shoes. But because I was thinking like like your business. Local business, you want to support people. I don't know your prices. I don't know prices about all that stuff, but yeah, I was just thinking it's funny how that goes.
I would say if I can get the customer to come in, I would say I've got a 70% chance of talking about a buyer. And that just comes down to just being a salesman and knowing the industry and
Yeah.
knowing how to talk and sympathize and knowing when to press and knowing when to pull back and then knowing when to put down and then build up other product. Like it's a tricky game. Like
Right.
it's interesting when I'm talking about it right now, but when it's happening, I don't realize it.
Yeah.
Or it's just so second nature to me. Tony's like, I don't know how you do that. I'm like, do you ever go to work and just live by the commission check? No, exactly. Like, go do car sales for 6 months and tell me how you're gonna come out. You're gonna appreciate your paycheck a lot more. All right.
It's interesting with the hobby thing, right? Because I get actually what everyone's saying. For me, it tends to be where if you start to play there's a difference between like, I just want to support a local game store, right? Comic book shop, hobby shop, and I'm going to there's my regular place that I go to play. So like when I was playing not Warhammer but HeroClix a lot, we played.
Yeah, that's right, HeroClix.
Yeah, and we played at this game store down here. For me, it was much easier for me to go spend money there, even though it was like a bit more, because I'm actually like, I want to support the place that I'm like playing at and going to, versus, oh man, I just need to pick some stuff up, or I need I need whatever. And I'm like, if I'm not going to any place to play, I'm like, I just tend to gravitate towards like Amazon or eBay, because I'm like, I'm not going, like during the pandemic, it was just like, that's when I was just on eBay all the time.
Dude,
I'm not
I love
going
eBay
to my
so
store.
much.
Yeah. So it's interesting if you
I'll
guys start playing
buy.
at Fundemonium, you'll find things to spend money there on, right? But
I mean, I still buy, like I've bought a shit ton of paint from them and supplies and models and stuff.
Yeah.
And sometimes their price points match up, like that little set I bought, same price online, so I have no problem buying it. But
but when
I
it's
can spend $70 less somewhere else,
yes, that's more models you can buy.
Yeah,
it's $70 that you can go buy more paints with.
What's the average? What's the kill team cost there? Like $110?
I think retail is like 210. But
really,
online,
like for that small box, because online, all the kill team sets that I saw, the one that I held at Fundemonium was like $84.
No, I'm talking about the big one, the Into the Dark one.
It comes with 2 armies.
It's got a ton of stuff.
Yeah. So you want a combat patrol, right? That's like a good way to start off.
Yeah, kind of. So like if
because that's what I'm pressuring the lady to get me for my birthday. Yeah, the Tyranids Combat Patrol.
Yeah, with the Tyranids Combat Patrol, you should have what you need to do kill team.
And then I want to buy a big guy.
And then, you want
because he was there and he was like $40. I was like, but he looks so cool. But then again, you're not painted yet. Yeah, you're painted on the box. They're not. So like, I'm gonna see you, and I don't want to get bummed out, but I have to paint you. So I'm gonna psych myself up for that shit.
Yeah.
I really do.
You need also psych yourself up because you have to build them.
That shouldn't be too bad.
It's not, and it's a lot of fun. One of the most fun things that I do that's like super therapeutic is like, because when I don't drink when I paint because I don't want to like mess up, but I drink when I build. Well, when I build, you have glue, so it's just like I'm getting high off this glue while drinking.
You're just huffing,
and it is super therapeutic because you just kind of get lost in, because it's like adult Legos, right? You know, Legos, you have like instructions, you can see where it's exactly like that, except you know how Legos, it's like, because they're all blocks, they kind of always build this. If you're following the instructions, you're always building the same thing, right? Like it's going to look the same because you're following those instructions. But with models, right, like some of them snap exactly in, but like you can like, it's just a little piece of plastic. So like sometimes it'll be like a guy who has his gun like this, right, in the picture, but like you could have him like having his gun down, you can have it like pointing up, like you could actually customize like the look. So there's so many times, especially with like those, like I'm excited for you with the Tyranids, where like they have like their claws and their tails and all that stuff. You can like build it.
Can you combine different factions, like to fight alongside with each other? Like I want to have Tyranids and I want to have Zakari, and I want them both to like team up and attack Bert and Dalton.
They have to be in the same class, right?
I think they have to. So here's the thing. Technically, no. For funsies, sure, why not? But I technically no. Okay. If they're within the same like faction, right? Because then there's like sub factions. You can have contingents of allies.
Yeah.
They're like Tyranids just eat everything. They're just bugs that are hungry and eat everything. So like no one.
They're like the hive.
They're the hive. Yeah.
Yeah. That's so cool. Well, they look cool. They look cooler than the hive. Yeah. They. So there was something I was telling Tanya because I just daydream about like the book and stuff that I'm reading or writing sparingly. But when I saw the Tyranids and I saw some of them because I just went in person with Tanya and I just wanted to look.
Yeah.
And I was like, man, like it's like almost like like writing everything takes forever. Man, I can almost just put this in game board form. Just in my own head, just having this own little world playing, like having two worlds happening. I was just like, is this why I'm like semi drawn to this? Like, I'm not sure, but because I spent a good 2 hours just looking on eBay trying to rip people off, but people would like deny your offer and just re-listen to the same thing. I was like, okay, well, why I even have an offer button? What's the point? Like, what's the fucking point?
Yeah.
That's
so we played Kill Team on Friday, and it's so funny because you'll start to tell stories as you're playing based off what's happening. So like example, I had like a this isn't an actual model, this is a little chibi, but I had like a Space Marine guy, right? And he was like holding the objective, right? So it's just like think like King of the Hill. There's like spots in the map that you have to hold to score points. So he's got this big giant chain machine gun and puts it down on like the terrain, and I'm like, all right, cool, he needs to hold this spot. But it's depending on dice rolls, you know, the other team can go first, I can go first. If I'm going first, this guy's just going to light everyone up with this giant machine gun. If they go first, which they did, the guy's like, cool, and get like a sniper who had like this gun that's designed just to murder stuff, right? So he's like, well, I'm gonna go. And like the way that he had it queued up, he's rolling 4 dice, right? 4 d6s, and basically anything that's like 3 and above is a hit. And then he's gonna re-roll any ones. So I'm like, oh my god, the only way that I'm gonna like survive this is if you roll 2s, right? The guy rolls 4 dice, gets 3 2s, and I'm like, oh my god, yes. And he's like, what the fuck? So then he's even with that one hit, he still does like massive damage to my guy, right? So I'm like, oh my gosh, what if I gotten hit? So then like we keep going, and this guy's down to 1 health, and they like keep trying to murder this guy. He's got 1 health point left, and every time they're attacking me, he's just like shrugging off all of the bullets. And he was like, he survived to like the end of
King of the Hill.
Yeah, it was great, dude. So you like build these moments in my head where I'm like, I can just imagine this guy just being like,
just God. Yeah. So Dalton, you pick the Necrons?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I'm gonna go with them. Bert, turned me on to him. He mentioned that they're Egyptian. I'm like sold.
You know, the
like first pharaoh leaders. It's it's sick.
Like the first guy that I spoke to at Fun and Money about Warhammer, he was like obviously like we're all nerds too. Like whatever.
Yeah.
He was a bigger nerd than the other. Then the second guy, I can already tell that I intimidate a lot of guys walking here. Like one guy was like literally, dude, I'm not gonna hurt you, dude. Like, yeah, but then like I respected this one really tall guy who came and he was like, yeah. And he just started telling me about like, oh, these ones are like this. But he wasn't going into the gameplay. He was just telling me about their backstory. Like, and I was like, that's more interesting to me than just telling me that these are this. And I had to stop him at one point. I'm like, look, I am drawn to what's cool. Looking to me. Because I could tell that what he thought was cool, I didn't think was cool. What I thought was cool, he probably still thought was cool.
Yeah. What was he leaning towards?
He was leaning towards the orcs.
Oh, sure.
Like he was like, they're kind of like funny, you know, blah blah. And in my head, I was thinking of that orc game play. I'm like, I'm not gonna be a sloppy guy. Like I'm just not gonna be that.
Yeah.
So I leaned towards this, but it was I like that there was somebody physically there to do the reading for me.
Yeah.
And then, you know, after that, I did go back. I did find some fucking forum that has been updated since 2012. And I just started reading some of the guys that were just like, oh, their user backstories. Yeah. So, yeah, that. And then, of course, Dalton has to buy his shit yesterday.
Orcs are interesting because, there's some people, like I was talking to a buddy of mine, and he was like, I love this. So I built him a little orc team.
Yeah.
Orcs are like in Warhammer, they have the power of imagination, right? So whatever
That's what he was saying. That's what he was saying.
Whatever they
believe, it's there.
Whatever they believe is like reality. So their ships aren't like actual spaceships; they're just like giant asteroids that they all believe works. So they literally have a sign above a door that just says "Engine Room," and there's nothing in there, but they think that it works, right? And the ship like flies through space, right? So there's this. Sorry, you got me on this tangent now. So there's this orc vessel, right? They captured it, they took it over some probably say they took over a Drukhari ship. They orcify it because their whole thing is they just take over stuff, and it's floating through space, and like something breaks down. So all of the orcs on the ship get out and are walking around the like hull of the ship trying to fix it. No helmets, nothing. They're literally because they believe orcs can breathe in space. So because they believe it, they're just like walking around the ship fixing it, right? Another orc ship rolls up, sees that they're in distress, and then like some of their guys get on their hull and like float over, but they're all in spacesuits. And they land and they look and they're like, hey, what are you doing? And they're like, oh, fixing their ship. And he's like, oh, don't you know orcs can't breathe without a helmet?
God.
And they all look at each other and they go, oh, I guess you're right. And then they die because they believe now that they can't breathe in space. But like that's the stupidity of orcs. But I love it, right? Like, so
but can they get manipulated by others? Or
yeah, 100%.
Oh, see, that's like I can't remember.
Not in the game, like not.
Okay, I was like, fucking Dalton stole my shoes, bro. Like,
yeah. Well, like they have a rule where it's like, or not a rule, like they believe that anything that's red goes faster. So there is a rule in like 40K, like the army one, where if you paint your vessel, like your vehicle red, it gets a little bit more movement, right?
That's cool.
But like in the besides that, it's like I can't make you believe stuff. But like, yeah, I'll send you a video after this. That's hilarious. But
that's awesome.
But that really appeals to some people. They love that. Like I have a buddy of mine who plays orcs and he talks like an orc, and it's hilarious. It's amazing. But that's not for everyone. Like for me, I look at the Tyranids and I look at you, and I'm like, when you were like Tyranids, I was like, yeah, that makes sense. And you said Drukhari, I was like, oh Jesus, yeah, all right, cool.
Should I go Drukhari? Like. But the one thing about Drukhari, they're elves, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they're dark.
And as much as I dislike elves, just in general, I was like, I feel like get behind these guys. Yeah, and then, playing God of War, oh, these elves are pretty badass. They're because light and dark, and they both hate everybody.
Yeah.
I might have to text Tanya.
But again, that's the beauty of Kill Team, right? Because Kill Team, depending on what army you pick, it's going to be like whatever 6 to maybe 13 models, right? So if you buy that one box, you should be good, right? 40K, like the full thing, you need like a giant army. So this is like, this is going to be exponentially more expensive. But you could have a couple kill teams. So you could play like one time. You can be like, all right, great, I'm going to play the next one. It's a lower investment.
But if you're buying like a combat patrol, are you saying you should get 2 combat patrols? Or there's just more things like you buy, like say you buy a combat patrol, and then I buy some bigger dude for like $40, which looks really cool, and then I buy like another piece for like I buy 3 other pieces for $80. Like, yeah. So now am I just amassing like an army? Like
now you're branching into 40K, which is like cool. You would be able to use all those guys. I'll send you a link after this for Kill Team right now. Cool. It's very specific. So it's like cool. So for Tyranids, right? Sorry, I'm nerding out, but I love this because you're talking about Warhammer. I love that we're talking about Warhammer. Okay, so with Kill Team, the way that it works, like I'll use Tyranids for example. Tyranids, they're like a swarm army, right? Like you're gonna have a lot of them, right? A lot of cheap dudes. So normally you'll be like, cool. A Tyranid Kill Team consists of like 3 teams, 3 little small fire teams, right? And those are made up of different unit combinations, right?
Yeah.
But that's it. Like that's always going to be that, right? So if you buy more big stuff like a vehicle or whatever, you could never really use it in Kill Team because it's very specific. Like the Space Marine guys, it's like because they're so much beefier, you only get one. You only get one little mini squad of like 6 guys, but they have like crazy health, right? So Kill Team, it's like once you figure out like your different like mini squad combinations, there's still customization in it, because you can be like, all right, I want to give this guy the rocket launcher, I want to give this guy the sniper rifle, blah 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 blah. But like everything always is going to stay that size. You don't have to buy more models after that, right? 40K, it's like you have the huge army. So like that combat patrol, you would also be able to be like, hey, let's play a game of 40K combat patrol size, and we could like, then at that point, all those other individual guys that you're buying thereafter, there are stats for it, you could use it.
Yeah.
So in theory, with a combat patrol for that Tyranid one specifically, you should be good to kill team or 40K if you wanted to, right?
Cool.
Kill team.
I'm not gonna lie, bro. I feel like I'm gonna just bypass kill team and just go straight to 40K. Just,
they're like two different like gameplay styles.
Yeah. I know, but it's just like I'd rather, because kill team does at the end of the day seem. Here's the ceiling for kill team. Here's the ceiling for Warhammer. I'm not even raising my hand because
yeah. But see, that's the thing is like you get me excited for that, because if we're like, hey, because I'm gonna come up right with an army with next time I come up for Christmas or kill team or whatever, and it'll be like, hey, let's play. And
For
like,
legal
the games
purposes,
are long.
Bert does not actually have an actual army.
But we could, and like those games are so much fun. They're long, right? But it's like squads. It's like I cannot describe how fun it is to like lay out an entire army of dudes. Like kill team, it's like individual operatives, you're doing all your stuff, and it's still really fun, and I actually like the gameplay. But with like 40K, it's like line up, like we'll do free-for-all games, so imagine 3 of us playing together, and it's just like, cool, I set up my army, you set up your army, Dalton sets up his, and there's objectives and terrain on the map, and it's just like fucking artillery pieces are going off, vehicles are flying by, things are exploding, like it's so much fun. Like in kill team, it's individual guys. So like when one guy dies, you're like, oh man, that guy's gone. But like in 40K, you could have like a squad of dudes. Like I could be marching like a squad of guys, and you could be like one gun or one vehicle, and like all 10 guys die, and I'm like, oh god, I lost that squad, oh shit. Like the casualties are just way higher, and it's so much fun. Oh, god,
now, do you have to play, let's say, Bert, you roll up to a game and we're doing 40K. I've got 200 pieces in my fucking army. You better have 200. Or is it kind of like, I have as much as I fucking have. You better, like, we're just going until someone loses.
Every individual guy is worth points. So what you do is you'll be, cool, let's play a game, and we're going to play 1,000 points, right? Your Tyranids for 1,000 points might be, depending on how big of a swarm or whatever, might be like 50 models, because you have a bunch of those little like guys, right? I might play like Space Marines, and I only have like 20 guys, right? Again, my guys might be beefier and tankier, but like there's a certain point where like numbers are on your side, right? So everything has point values to the level of even the equipment that you put on them has different point values. So like you might be like, cool, here's like a standard squad of like Space Marines. They all have like their standard issue guns, but I want to give one guy the rocket launcher. And each one costs 11 points, but I want to give one guy the rocket launcher. Okay, that's 2 more extra points. It's a little bit of math, but like depending on how you kit it out, it's like it's really cool, right?
Okay, gotcha.
Sorry, I'm really nerding out.
Raising my hand.
Yeah.
We got half an hour.
Yes. Yeah.
To 9:15. Do we want to do some gameplay?
We do.
And then we can segue this conversation to the next episode.
Yeah. The one last thing I'll say is you can also, if that point value is intimidating to people, and this is to the audience, right? If you're like, oh wow, this seems really fun, but that seems super micro managey, like I don't want to go to that level. They have another version which is like, cool, everything just has power level. So instead of individually counting out the points for guys, you're like, well, this squad is 10 PL, this squad is 12, and you like add up that, and it's just cool. You can take whatever you want. So it's
I'm about to hit up my friend Alex, because I know he does Warhammer, and Dalton, he could definitely show us how, like, in person. Yeah, I know. Yeah, he's got a lot of shit too.
Shall we? I think we shall.
We got a cap though.
Map is loading.
I love how I've got Seahawks players got no touchdown.
Dude, I just noticed that.
Yeah, I've got Lockett and I got Will Disley, and I'm like, I do shit.
Kenneth Walker's got like 6 points, but
that's wild. That guy had like 90 billion this last week. Fucking God.
Yeah, he was a good pickup.
Yeah, dude.
I guess I don't know. Tampa Bay is actually doing all right. Wait,
Well, now that Brady's divorce is kind of finalized, he can start. Well, oh, dude, I love that they all lost hella money. I love it. I love it. I love it, dude. Hella athletes and celebrities lost like hundreds of millions of dollars because they bought into this FTX crypto, and it was, dude, the
Bitcoin?
guy just crypto. The guy basically sold $10 billion.
Are you specifically talking about Odell, or what is it, Odell Beckham Jr.?
No, not even him. Just the entire, like, a lot of big names in football. Like, Tom Brady lost like $300 million.
Odell Beckham Jr. apparently, I didn't read the full article, but what I read, if I understand it correctly, took part of his salary in Bitcoin.
Oh yeah.
Which means he only got like $200K for a season.
No. So when that actually came out last year, he took his money in Bitcoin, right? He took his minimum in Bitcoin. His Bitcoin, the value dropped so fast, he made like $30,000 for signing with the Rams. It was something stupid.
What the fuck?
Yeah, like, I love how people and celebrities that nobody doesn't like the devs were so smart. Oh, dude, we're ranting. No, let's play.
No, I'm setting this up. Tell me more.
All right, so like all the devs were smart. They like, let's get all these celebrities, and we're gonna fluff them really good. Give us all your money, and then quietly transfer $10 billion to a different wallet, and then leave the country. And I don't even think that $10 billion exists anymore. Like, the money is gone. Like,
Bitcoin was at $65,000 a Bitcoin. It's now at 16,000.
Yeah, and it was at 19 yesterday.
Damn.
Because you know what, Austin, my mentor for stocks, crypto doesn't have anything to fall back on.
Mm-hmm.
You know what the US dollar has to fall back? You know what world currency has to fall back on? It's fucking gold. Gold. You can't defeat gold. And God, what's gold? Like fucking like $45,000 a pound.
Yeah. I mean,
find a brick in your backyard.
We have gold in our reserve, but that's a difference. But it could always, you're right, it could always go back.
I mean, well, talk to Jeremy Irons. He stole
it. Wow. All right, well, you know what, Randy? I'm gonna give you inspiration on that.
Hold on, Randy.
You get a free reroll for anything you want in this game.
Nice.
Randy.
Yeah.
You go to Fundemonium and you buy those little loot things.
Dude.
Make sure you don't get the metal only one. They're so tiny. Look at this thing. Look how tiny that is.
Yeah, but what did you get?
So at Fundemonium, they have this mystery loot thing, right?
Yeah.
And there's apparently two different kinds.
I never opened it because I wanted the metal 20 die, and the guy was like, okay.
So they have two different kinds, right?
Bullshit.
That's some bullshit. Give that to there you go.
That's some bullshit. What the hell? Pink. I'm gonna use this 20-sided.
So
give that.
They have a metal.
Yeah, I know they have the metal. I wanted the 20-sided.
Yeah, but look at the metal one compared.
They have an all metal one, right?
Yeah, I might go there today.
They're super tiny.
But they had a metal. Wait, I think this is a 20. Go ahead. Sorry.
No, you're fine. They don't like how you just pulled it out. They don't have it like that.
That's dumb because they had one there, a metal 20-sided die for like $40. Like, I wanted it, but I don't want to buy it. But the metal dice is pretty cool though. What is this, a 10? Bert, is this a 10-sided?
Yeah, that's a D10.
Okay. It's pretty cool. I like the metal one.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, the pink's growing on me right now, but definitely you can tell it's cheaper material.
You know what's not cheaper material? This game.
Let's go.
I can't actually make that statement. It's not legal. I don't want that to be legal. All right. Well, then here we go. Gentlemen, we pick up exactly where we left off, where I believe we have Hellion making fire in the fireplace. We have a bandit sneaking in. Knife is drawn. Dalton, you were by the window looking out there. Randy, correct me if I'm wrong. I believe you were like over here. You were previously making some noise.
Yes.
But you're like right out here at the door, right? You didn't
100%.
make it? Okay. Cool. Well, then let us begin. I have the initiative order from last time. And here we go. Start off with an unseen roll in the background. Okay.
All these dice that I have. I never use them.
It's muffled somewhat because it's outside and there is like a wall and whatever. But you hear the sound of conflict coming from outside as you hear the goblin and like what the as there's like a fight going on out there. Your distraction had caused kind of these two groups, the bandit outside and the goblins and direwolf, to engage. So you hear the sound of like arrows, like, and then like swords and growling and stuff happening out there. That's happening outside. Inside,
Dalton of Gondor.
You are first. What do you do?
You
see a bandit sneaking in, daggers drawn, heading towards Hellion.
You know what I've been saying to myself a lot lately? For Gondor! For Gondor! Like, I don't know, I'm like, man, that's cool. It's such, like, how did they make such quality in 2000 and just turn to shit? Like, it just blows me away.
Yeah, it really does.
Does the bandit see me?
Will you roll for me?
Yeah.
Oh, it's because you're peeking out of the window?
Will you roll your stealth?
Oh, that's right. You're still inside.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I got a 15.
Okay. And then I believe you rolled a 15, right? Is that with your bonuses?
No bonuses. I rolled a 15.
You have, that's level 19, so that's nothing.
So what was I rolling? Stealth?
Stealth, yeah. This is a skill that you have a bonus in, so you're going to get +2 to that. And then this uses your dexterity. What's your dexterity score?
13.
Okay, so then another +1. So you had 15, you said?
Yes.
So 15 + 3 is 18.
I like it.
As far as you can tell, the bandit does not see you.
I want to run swiftly towards the bandit with my axe and try to kill him. Damage him.
Okay. All right. I love it.
If we can get to a great place with this, Dalton, I'm going to do something to this guy.
Because you are a treasure hunter, burglar dude, you have sneak attack. So, once per turn, you deal an extra 1d6. Okay, cool. Will you roll for me?
Yes.
And you're going to roll your a d20, and it's going to be plus your strength modifier because you are using your axe.
Ooh, a 2. Shit.
Randy, do you want to give your free reroll to Dalton right now?
So this is a damage roll, right?
No, he's rolling to attack. He rolled
It's
a
like
2.
you're running and tripping over your leg.
Correct.
Yeah, I'll give you my reroll, bro. It's important. Ooh, I've got another 20 side over here. Might bust that
9.
out.
Okay, so 9. What's your strength score?
I think it's 10.
Okay. So with a 9, you get the bandit.
10, yeah.
Yeah. Just get a distraction.
Okay.
Oh, touchdown.
Sneaking up, running towards as stealthily as you can, the bandit. axe drawn, you just trip on like some sort of furniture, and you don't like fall down, but you definitely like bring the axe down, not even close to the guy.
You're bringing
hitting like down. That tree, or no, I'm sorry, that's not the tree, the chair that's next to it. Oh, I'm not sharing my screen. So like you're here, you're like running, and like the bandit's like here, and you just like smash into this chair next to it. And look, it definitely startles everyone. So the bandit who was sneaking up on Hellion sees you, but like doesn't get its hidden strike. Hellion is turning around like, oh, and sees it. So everyone kind of sees each other, but you definitely miss, unfortunately, with a 10. So Randy, it is your turn.
So I would. That's fine. I'd rather you at least make it closer. Like, obviously, I gotta hear about this.
Yeah. You would
so
see
I want to.
If you're here, you're at the door. You would see him.
I want to burst, come through the door, and I want to just tackle him.
Okay. You roll a strength check for me, please.
This pink dice better not fucking fail me. Fuck! 3. Oh,
you just like run to tackle him. He just steps to the side, and you just fly right past.
So dumb.
Crashing into this area over here where like the food and stuff is prepped.
All right, start Star Wars. We're at.
The bandit is I'm gonna roll for him.
God, you think just the close quarters, like the rolls are so crucial. It's so dumb.
Yeah.
Like it's like, yeah, we're not going like
Okay.
Dude, I can't even break double digits with this dice.
The bandit now sees that there's 3 of you, despite the fact that both of you failed at the attack. Does realize that they are outnumbered 3 to 1. It is now blade still drawn. It is the sword or the knife that was taken from you, Randy, right? As
I see this as I'm picking up noodles off my face.
Yeah. As he's backing up towards the door, trying to escape.
Damn. Just stumbling around, bro. Hey, this is just like what Bert said, bro. Fucking doesn't matter. Numbers will eventually overwhelm. So this did not go in any way how I expected it to start.
No. So he's made it like back out the door back to like the bridge.
God, we suck.
Hellion goes to pick you up, Randy, or Radol, as he picks you up.
Yeah.
Are you all right? He's basically using his movement so that you don't have to on your turn use your movement to get up. So he's spending his turn to pick you up.
Yeah, but your floor's wet.
All right. Let me roll for some goblins real quick.
There's a puddle in front of the chair, puddle in front of over here.
You just hear screaming happening outside. The sound of like human screaming, not goblin. The goblin cheering as you hear like the sound of like arrows like going into someone, and then like this just primal roar beastie scream from like the direwolf as it like just whatever that screaming was is like cut short as there's like the gurgling sound of like jaws clomping onto someone's neck and just like ripping.
Ugh. Jesus.
It's like the word from
mm-hmm.
I'm like
back to Dalton.
Did I get up?
Yeah, you can get up. Use your movement to get up. Oh, you didn't actually fall down. You just hit the chair.
Oh, okay.
So you're already standing. Yeah. It's like shattered. It was a clean. It wasn't clean because you rolled a 3. So it's just like your axe is like embedded into it. So you a little bit of like.
No, he rolled a 10.
Oh yeah, you rolled a 10. You rolled a 3. Yeah, okay. So yeah, you like cut it right down the middle.
Yeah. The little stuff. I don't know my own strength.
Don't
Bro,
mess with Ray at all. And I'm gonna try to hit him again.
He's gone. He's out the door.
Oh,
So you'd have to
sorry,
use your movement to run out if you wanted to.
Oh, he's leaving. Sorry,
Yeah.
I spaced out apparently. No, I'm gonna leave that.
Mhm.
Can I peek outside?
You can use your movement to go walk out to peek outside. Yeah.
So there's a window right there, right?
I'm gonna say,
Or
yeah, sure.
where, like, there's one window right there.
There's clearly
you-
this one,
Okay.
and there's clearly some here.
Okay.
I'll just say that there's probably none over here. There's probably one inside. You were looking out this window, so let's just say yeah, there's one over here.
Okay.
So you're gonna spend your movement to come back over here, and you're gonna look out. Can you roll your spot for me, please?
And then the goblins
Yeah.
and the direwolf are in like the top right corner.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I want to try to see what's going on outside.
Yeah. Can you use your? Oh, sorry, not spot. That's Mass Effect. Can you use your perception?
Perception. 17.
Okay. You clearly see as like there's goblins on top of the direwolf, like Tusken Raider style. As like it is just like ripping apart what looks like a bandit, and it's like they're starting to drag it away.
Well, fuck. Are they all leaving, or are they just hanging out?
It looks like the wolf, the dire wolf, is like coming over here to like just chomp on this dude. The goblins, let me roll for them. Are like dismounting and heading towards the farmhouse.
Of course they are. Radal, we're gonna have more company. The direwolf is apparently distracted, but got more goblins on the way.
Okay. Is that your turn?
Yeah. We're fucked.
There might be a way. I'm gonna ask Hellion. Hellion,
What's underneath?
do you have any oil here?
He looks. There's a little oil for our lamps. Yes.
I need it. All of it. If we want to make it through.
Well, you roll for me.
Yeah, I'm not rolling those pink dice. I'll give it one more try.
All right. Well, you roll your persuasion.
2. Wow, man! I just rolled like 2 20s in a row. It's fucking dice, bro.
He looks at you, and it's like he starts to like put together maybe what you're doing. He says, "Oh, I mean, oops, we have no more oil." I don't know if that's whatever you're thinking. I don't know if that's the wisest of ideas.
You like really?
I'm
not
gonna
have any oil?
grab Hellion by the scruff, and I'm gonna drag him to the window where Engelbert's at,
Yeah.
and I want to push me like, you see that? Like, you want to tell me? Like, how about I leave? How about we leave right now?
Will you roll again and now do your intimidate?
I'm gonna start grabbing my stuff and heading to the door.
I'm gonna not roll that.
Bet.
5. Oh my god! I can't win here.
You should change dice.
I did. Oh, he's on his own, bro.
All right. You say this, and as you like bring him towards the window, I guess for the first time he's seeing that there's like a dire wolf like eating a man out there. Goblins are like climbing over the fence. Shinies and flesh. So like climbing over the wall. He just starts weeping.
Oh
Oh
god.
God.
Your
That's even
intimidation
worse.
went too far, and he's now realizing that his whole family is.
I say we leave him.
Oh, that's so funny. That's so funny.
Um,
It's not even my turn.
yeah, so the bandit doesn't matter to you. He's just cutting his losses, especially because his other friend's dead. Yeah, it's just we're not in combat right now yet, so just whatever y'all want to do.
Wow.
Elliot,
Well-
do you have any escape routes in the basement? Of any sort? A tunnel, something?
No. Why would we? No. We're just simple farmers. It's just the cellar. Oh my God, we're all gonna.
Randall, can we have a sidebar?
And I'm gonna assume Engelbert's pulling on me, and I'm gonna be, what's a sidebar?
I need to talk to you over here.
Oh yeah. Why don't you just say that?
I did.
You did?
Yes. Sidebar.
But there's the bars over there.
It's a hobbit thing. Come here.
It's a hobbit.
Okay. Yeah. What's up, dude?
I think we should just leave.
You want to burn the house down first?
No.
I think, dude, I think we gotta at least give it one more try. We gotta form one more. We gotta try one more time, and then worst case scenario, we just cut our losses.
As he's saying this in the background, Hellion's just like on his knees weeping.
God. And I'm gonna say we both look at Hellion. I'm gonna look at Hellion with like. I'm gonna look at Engelbert and like, just come on, just one more try. I want to walk over to Hellion and go, and I want to pick him up, like kind of pat him off and just kind of like slap him in the face and say, like, snap out of it, break it off, dude. There is opportunity here for us to make it out of here. Opportunity. You have your son and you have your wife in the cellar. There's opportunity here. Let's snap the fuck out of it. Let's go. Let's put a plan together.
Will you do your intimidate for me one more time?
God.
You're gonna make him cry more.
Oh God. If he does, I'm out of here. 17.
Okay.
Wow, that was very close to being another 3.
He takes him a moment as just like you can just see this man is realizing like everything he's worked for, both for like his farm and his family, in his mind were like right on the verge of like being destroyed. And he just takes a moment, he listens to your words, they sink in, you can just see a confidence of, yeah, you're right, we're not out of this yet. We can still do this. Yes. Thank you, mighty heroes. What is the plan? And as he says this, you just hear as there's this like kind of clawing, crawling sound, as you can tell that the goblins have like climbed up the side of the wall or on the roof of the house. Shinies and flesh! Shinies and flesh! As they're crawling around on top of the roof. And with that, we'll end today. Well, you kind of somehow look, that didn't go exactly as planned.
No, it did not. None of it did.
But technically one of the bandits left, so
one's dead.
Kind of. You didn't get your blade back, but that's okay.
Yeah, I can live to play another episode.
No.
So anyway, guys, I got a jet. JARdon the mess.
JARdon the mess.
JARdon the mess.
JARdon.